Welcome. We're excited that you're here. This is our 5th edition of Vanguard. So when we started this way back when, the world was a lot different. Now we're on our 5th edition and we're already planning number 6. So we obviously are doing something right that really appeals to all of you. We love that we get to showcase all of these wonderful gems around the world, from hotels to tourism boards to experiences. And we just can't wait for today because we have such a stellar lineup. It just keeps getting better and better. And of course, we always want to hear from you on your feedback. Who do you want to see? What kind of places do you want to see next time? Because that really all matters in our selection. So we're happy that you're here today. As always, to all of our new viewers, thank you for joining. And you can always check past episodes on our YouTube channel as well. Again, if you've missed any portion of this in the future, if you've missed anything or you want to go back, you can always do that because we put everything on demand on that channel too. So you'll be able to see edition 5. Think about it. Share with your colleagues, share with clients even who are not sure where they want to go. I think these presentations really serve to inspire, and they really have in the past. So I'm kind of excited that you can use these as marketing tools as well. And that's one of our objectives too. So thanks for joining us. So remember, there is a chat running here. You probably will see it on the right side of your screen. Please talk to everybody. The vendors are all going to be on the live chat with us. So of course, they're going to be presenting, and then after they're finished, they can spend time with you being able to answer your questions. So as you're seeing presentations come through and chats, put your questions in there. Those folks will be on and they'll be able to address them. And of course, you'll get all of the supplier contact information after we finish up. So watch for your email. And we've got some prizes too. So stay around to the end, stick around. You got to be in it to win it, but we have a nice array of prizes: hotel giveaways, and Amazon gift cards, some special extras that you'll love. So we may be calling your name live. You never know. So here we go. And we're going to kick it off with Quebec tourism. We've got Camille Dumont here, who's going to be taking us around this very, unseasonal destination. Let's put it this way. It's great in the winter, spring, summer, or fall. And we're excited to hear from her. So I'll turn it over to her.
Thank you, Gabriela. Bonjour, I'm Camille Dumont, your United States delegate from Bonjour Québec. Today, I want to share with you Quebec's essence with a video. So without further ado,
say bonjour to Quebec. Quebec is huge, creative, natural, stunning. Whether it's a first encounter or a reunion, it all starts with bonjour. Bonjour Quebec fully embodies Quebec's identity, its people's hospitality, generosity, culture, and creativity. Visitors don't just come here for vacation. They come here to discover or rediscover a region that's a world unto itself, always in the spirit of encountering it for the first time. Quebec offers countless unparalleled experiences for every season. Dive into our many amazing outdoor activities. Taste our chef's cuisine. Each bite is better than the last, and they bring out the best in our local ingredients. Sail over 2,000 kilometers along a river and see its majestic wildlife. Visit 11 Indigenous nations and learn about their ancient traditions. Have fun celebrating in our creative cities, famous worldwide for their diversity. Quebec says bonjour to new things. Make way for the REM, the Réseau Express Métropolitain. This environmentally friendly project will generate growth and significantly increase mobility in Montreal. The fully electric light rail system will have a direct line between the Montreal-Trudeau International Airport and downtown. Undoubtedly, one of the most anticipated additions is the first ever Club Med in Canada, Club Med Québec Charlevoix, opening on December 3rd. Only 90 minutes from Quebec City, this one-of-a-kind experience in the mountains is sure to become a premier destination of international travelers year-round. The Four Tridents complex features 302 rooms, including an exclusive collection space with 25 suites. Montreal has a new hotel. Discover Humanity, the first Marriott Autograph Collection hotel in Quebec. Designed by Andres Escobar, Humanity Hotel Montreal is ideally located in downtown Montreal. The hotel shines with its bold architecture and unique interior spaces designed to foster human experience and connection. For nature lovers, CEPAC has expanded its accommodations in several of its 24 national parks in Quebec. This unique opportunity lets you explore some of Quebec's most breathtaking protected areas, which span over 60,820 square kilometers. Quebec says bonjour to responsible, sustainable tourism. We're committed to being an innovative destination that celebrates and preserves its natural and cultural heritage. To do that, our action plan includes 5 priorities for offering even more eco-friendly tourism practices and even closer collaboration with the community, a perfect example of reciprocity. These 5 priorities are: support to transition to a circular economy, promote sustainable transportation by adding circuit électrique charging stations throughout the region, develop nature and adventure tourism using a safe ecotourism approach, promote tourism that individuals can enjoy while respecting communities, and help businesses adapt and innovate to combat climate change. Quebec says bonjour to a promise. By choosing Quebec, you're guaranteed a safe destination, privileged access to magnificent regions, opportunities to create new memories through authentic, welcoming, and surprising encounters, and time to unwind and find just as much inspiration in nature as in the city. Our team of Bonjour Québec market representatives are here to help you grow your business. Bonjour Québec says bonjour to its partners so that they will pass the message along. And their visitors will come say bonjour to Québec.
So I hope you enjoy seeing Quebec in all its splendor and our new products, but there's so much more. As soon as you will set foot in the province, Quebecers will warmly welcome you. You will be surrounded by creative culture. Then, not further than 30 minutes from the cities, you'll find the great outdoors and feel connected to the land. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me. It will be my pleasure to assist you. And if you'd like to see a little bit more, use your camera to find out where this QR code takes you. Thank you, merci, and comme c'est bonjour to Québec.
Okay, thank you so much. And we're going to move to a little bit of around the year warmer weather in the British Virgin Islands. These are nature's little treasures, gorgeous islands in the Caribbean. And we've got Shonda Maduro here with us, who's going to be taking us through the BVI. So over to you.
Gabby, thank you so much for that introduction. I wish we were actually in the BVI right now. I am Shonda Maduro, Business Development Manager with the British Virgin Islands Tourist Board. And I will take just a couple minutes and share with you some wonderful information concerning the British Virgin Islands. So come with me and let's get started. So the British Virgin Islands, it is natural, unspoiled beauty surrounded by clear blue waters. It is such a memorable vacation for celebrations of all kinds or a getaway for no reason. Located just 60 miles east of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and 15 miles adjacent to the United States Virgin Islands. The BVI has 60 islands and keys. You heard that right, 60 islands and keys that add up to just one unforgettable experience. The 4 main islands are Tortola, Anegada, Virgin Gorda, and Josephine Dyke. Traveling to the British Virgin Islands can be done by air or sea, or you know what? You can even do both. The BVI offers quite a variety of accommodations with options ranging from luxury resorts to boutique gems, villas, and private island resorts. Rebuilt and recently reopened is the Bitter End Yacht Club, a paradise for water sport lovers. Also rebuilt and recently reopened is one of the BVI's private island resorts, Sable Rock Resort, with 9 charming guest rooms offering luxury amenities, shopping, dining, and historical finds as well. The BVI offers a range of accommodations right on the ocean as well, known as the sailing capital of the world with over 30 charter yacht companies. Sailing in the BVI is the perfect way to island hop and experience the beautiful islands. Land adventures to experience in the BVI, a few are zip lining, we've got hiking, horseback riding, cycling, and nature watching. And for water adventure experiences, some are wingboarding, flyboarding, and parasailing. Most known, though, is the Bats on Virgin Gorda, the conch shell mounds on Anegada, and then we've got this amazing floating spa called Ocean Spa BVI on Josephine Dyke. And guess what? The secret to success in selling travel to the British Virgin Islands is to become an expert on the BVI by completing the online travel agent specialist program at bvisecretsrevealed.com. The current BVI entry protocols, all travelers entering require a negative COVID-19 test and travel insurance that covers COVID-19. Unvaccinated or partially vaccinated travelers are required to register prior to arrival in the BVI using the online portal. For more information and updates on entry protocols, please visit bvitourism.com/reopening. Thank you, and now I'll just leave you with this teaser because we are ready for you.
We are ready.
Thank you so much. That was lovely. We're going to move on to one of my recently new favorite cities, which is Budapest. I was able to visit with Tracy back in September, and I was blown away. We also do representation for Visit Hungary, and we're very proud to be able to do that. It's an amazing destination, but the city just surprised me. And we are here with Lillian Voss from the Ritz-Carlton Budapest, which is just such a perfect product for that gorgeous, majestic city. And she's going to take us through the hotel for you. So I'll turn it over to her.
Good morning and good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Gabrielle, for having me. It is a great opportunity to share a little presentation about the Ritz-Carlton Budapest. My name is Lillian Voss, and I am the Director of Sales of the property. I am with the company since many years, and I will be happy to share a great presentation about my lovely property. The hotel was actually built 100 years ago, so it is a heritage building, went through a lot of phases throughout the years. It's been actually an insurance company, then it became a police headquarters, and then in 2015, we were super happy to make a full renovation and became as Ritz-Carlton Budapest. The hotel located right in the middle of the city center. Everything is actually walking distance away. The second largest synagogue in the whole world just steps away from the hotel. The Opera House, the St. Stephen Basilica is just 4 minutes away. And of course, the Danube River is just at the end of the street. The international airport is just 25 kilometers away. So with a quick 30 minutes taxi ride, you will be right in the center at the Ritz-Carlton Budapest. When you step into the hotel, a very relaxed and refined atmosphere welcomes you. Our rooms and suites, they have all contemporary style with lovely classical elements. The bluish color all around the hotel represents the Danube River and that the city has amazing thermal spas. It's a city of waters, actually. We have amazing suite products, so it's a perfect location and a perfect property for friends and families who would like to share a lovely time in Budapest. A lot of connecting doors in every floor. One of our largest suite is actually the Ritz-Carlton suite with 115 square meters. It's on the top floor, overlooking to the city with a 180-degree terrace, has a kitchenette, and a living room, and of course it can be connected to another room as well. And of course, let's talk about the Ritz-Carlton legendary club lounge service. Every Ritz-Carlton all around the world has an amazing club lounge. Ours is located on the 8th floor and welcomes guests throughout the day. We are serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we have a dedicated concierge service. So this is exactly the place where you wish to relax and bring your friends and family during your stay. And the Ritz-Carlton Budapest, of course, focuses a lot on food and beverage. Hungarians, we love to eat and drink. So we decided to come up with something which is not so Hungarian. So we are offering Latin American and Mediterranean cuisine in our main restaurant, which is located in the lobby area. During the summertime, we have a fantastic terrace, which is actually on the Fashion Street, which is our actually pedestrian street in the city. A lot of locals are coming in, so this is really the hub of the city, and you can enjoy a lovely, lovely time there. And then after lunch or dinner, if you wish to have a relaxation, a little coffee and a dessert, I would love to offer our Café Vienne, which is our main bar in the hotel. Our pastry chef is in our property since 20 years, and he's really well known in the local community as well. And actually Hungarians, they come and just to buy his desserts and cakes because he is so good. So you can find me there absolutely in case you are visiting the Ritz-Carlton Budapest. And last but not least, as I mentioned, the city is all about the thermal water and the Danube and the river cruises. And the Ritz-Carlton wouldn't be Ritz-Carlton if you wouldn't have a spa. It is located on the top floor, as you can see. Imagine yourself sitting in the jacuzzi with a glass of champagne overlooking to the stars during the evening. This is a true Ritz-Carlton service. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for the opportunity. I am live in the chat, so in case you have any questions, I would be happy to answer anything. Thank you.
Thank you. Just beautiful. And we have our first of many returning guests today, which I love because that means all of you really enjoyed their presentations and you wanted to see them again for updates. So our first up is Julia from the Faloria Mountain Spa Resort, which is just such a gem. When I first learned about it, I instantly fell in love. And all of you fell in love with her and the property. So she's got great updates for you. And I'm going to turn it over to her to begin.
So hello everybody. First of all, thank you Gabriella for the brief introduction. I am Giulia Vedam, the Sales and Marketing Manager of Faloria Mountain Spa Resort, located in Cortina d'Ampezzo in the Dolomites. And right now you will see the hotel, and later I will tell you a little bit more about it. So, hope you enjoyed this small taste of Faloria in a winter atmosphere. The hotel boasts 48 rooms and suites divided into 6 categories, and we are located at the entrance of Cortina, just 5 minutes drive from downtown and the mayor's ski centers. Thank you everybody for your attention. It was a pleasure. Also, I am live on the live chat, so if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
All right, thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you back. And we're going to move over to the Seychelles now. We're excited to have David Germain from Seychelles Tourism here. It's a destination that I feel just really is one of those just absolute pitch perfect places and so far away from everything, which is really what we need right now. It's got gorgeous beaches. It's in an idyllic location, and you can easily combine it with a Southern Africa stay. So safari and beach is pretty amazing in that regard. So here's David with a bit of the Seychelles for you.
Good day, everybody, and thank you, Gabriella, for this opportunity to showcase the Seychelles, our beautiful islands, to the audience. I have a nice presentation about the Seychelles to showcase to you, and this will show you the products and services available in the Seychelles. And thereafter, you'll be able to have a good understanding about our islands. First of all, the location of the Seychelles. It's located in the Western Indian Ocean. We are about 1,000 kilometers off the east coast of Africa. It's a group of 115 islands, granitic islands, and coral islands. The Seychelles is open to travelers from all over the world since the 25th of March last year. And we received a significant amount of visitors last year from different countries of the world. We have all the safety procedures in place to properly welcome visitors to our shores. And it's a very simple procedure. PCR test prior to arrival. There's an HTA application which you need to do, and no quarantine upon arrival in the Seychelles, and all services on the ground in Seychelles are all certified. Why the Seychelles? We have a lot of USPs. Seychelles is a very niche destination. It is not mass. Excellent diving and snorkeling, fishing, friendly, hospitable people, and very much involved in eco tourism. No visa for visitors from all over the world, no hurricanes, no cyclone, and a very, very desirable destination. Very popular packages for the North American travelers are combinations holidays. For example, visitors from North America traveling to Africa for a safari extend their holiday to the Seychelles. And same for visitors traveling to the Middle East. Dubai and Seychelles combination is a very, very popular package. Plenty of air access via Europe to Seychelles, via the Middle East with Emirates, Qatar, Turkish, and via Africa as well on to the Seychelles. Seychelles is a very, very safe destination, safe in the sense that there are no wildlife at all, there are no disease, and it's a very, very hospitable and safe destination for visitors from all over the world. I appreciate very much you joining me, and I will remain on chat after the presentation and available to chat with you, to have continue having a conversation with you. And thereafter, I will be sending you some beautiful images about the Seychelles as well. Thank you very much again for your participation.
Thank you so much. That really took us away, and we appreciate it. So let's go to the mountains. Let's go to the city, the lakes, all of the above. You can see behind me, I've got Switzerland proudly displayed on my wall. It's a wonderful destination. It's crisp, it's fresh, it's clean, it's healthy. It's got all of the adventure you can want year round. So we've got Paolo from Switzerland Tourism here to take us through a little bit of what's possible when it comes to just about any kind of outdoor adventure you might be seeking. So over to Paolo.
Hello, everyone. My name is Paolo Lunardi. I work with Switzerland Tourism. I'm the head of trade relations for North America, and I'm based in New York. I would like to thank Gabriela very much for this great opportunity to bring Switzerland closer to your homes, even if you're probably not there yet, but hopefully soon. And I would now like to bring you virtually to our country and show some beautiful images. All right, welcome to Switzerland. Switzerland is a very tiny country, but very diverse. It's right in the heart of Europe, and therefore it's also the perfect place to discover the continent. It's very easy to reach from North America. There are daily flights from all the major hubs. And what we always like to say about Switzerland, that it's a land of endless contrasts. We speak 4 language regions, so whenever you travel through these language regions, you really feel a difference, and it really feels like you travel through different countries. You have to imagine that you can go from sipping a cappuccino next to a palm tree and a few hours later be up on a glacier, admiring, for example, the longest glacier in the Alps, which is the Aletsch glacier. Switzerland only has the population of 8 million inhabitants, so that really shows you how small it is. And it's basically the size of New York. And what's also great about Switzerland is that we make it easy, as you can see in the picture now, to discover it by train, bus, and boat. And that we also call it the best way to discover the country. Traveling by train through Switzerland is not just transferring from A to B, but it's a whole experience. You see beautiful sceneries out of the window of your comfortable seat. All kind of landscapes are served to you. And of course, Switzerland is also home to many panoramic trains. Some of you might have heard of the Glacier Express, which is also called the longest express train. Sorry, the slowest express train in the world. It takes about 7 hours to go from St. Moritz to Zermatt. And obviously and this picture just showed it clearly, that even the impossible is possible to reach. If there is not a train, there is a bus. If there is not a bus, there is a gondola, etc. Another thing I would like to mention about Switzerland is our cities. We like to call them boutique towns because of the size. You have to think that the largest city in Switzerland is Zurich with 450,000 inhabitants. So that's very small compared to US cities. And what's great about our towns is that even if you are in the middle of the city center, you can very easily discover nature and mountain experiences. So our cities are very much hub and spoke. So you can take day excursions to the mountains. Again, the connections are very well, plus the distances are very short. And now, last but not least, I would like to leave you with some reasons as to why you need Switzerland.
When you realize you need more energy, more time together, more time for yourself. You need more than a break, more than a kick, more than a breath of fresh air, more than a change of scenery. You need real nature, wild and free, untamed but accessible. Nature that gives you energy, nature that stirs your soul. Nature in a country that's uniquely varied. A country where you can be carefree. A country that takes care of you. That gives you just what you need. When you need time for yourself and your loved ones, time for your goals, time for your dreams, you need more than a holiday. You need Switzerland.
this is Karen Stoats, Aussie Specialist Program Trainer from Tourism Australia. And yeah, I cover the whole of the US and Canada, so feel free to reach out to me at any time. But today we've got some exciting news to share. So Australia is open. So we're open for visitors from the whole world, actually. As long as people are fully vaccinated, they can come into the country. They do need to provide proof of a negative COVID test. So you can either do a PCR or a supervised antigen test. You also will need to take a rapid antigen test on arrival within the first 24 hours. And that's if you arrive into New South Wales, Victoria, and Queensland, which are all the states that you can take non-stop flights to from the US. And then just basically, like, you know, going to many other countries, just having that proof of vaccination. You will need to have a visa, just like you always did. So you can order that, or you can organize that for your clients, or they can get it online. It's just an electronic travel authority that they do themselves, or, you know, by giving you their passport information. And then there's an online travel declaration form as well. So really straightforward and easy to do. Depending on how much traveling your clients are doing around Australia, they may want to check out some of the requirements for some of the various states. We do have all that information on our website, australia.com. The other exciting news is that we relaunched our AussieSpecialist.com website, which is our training program for travel advisors, and it's really easy to become a qualified Aussie specialist. It only takes 90 minutes to do the introduction to Australia. So these are online modules where you can learn about the country, you know, complete different modules and classes and courses. We put everything on there. It's really a one-stop shop for everything you need to know about Australia. Here are some of the benefits as to why you would want to become a qualified Aussie specialist. So, of course, it's always a destination that travelers love to visit. It's always in the top most desirable destinations on earth. You will, you know, receive higher yield, higher value bookings once you become a qualified Aussie specialist. We've seen that happen over and over again with those agents that have qualified. And we also know that 62% of visitors come back to Australia within 5 years. So you're more than likely to get a client come back to Australia again and book another trip through you. So it's a great opportunity now that borders are open to actually learn about the country and be ready to encourage your clients to go down under. Here's just a screenshot of the homepage when you log in to AussieSpecialist.com. So it's very easy to find the information you need with sample itineraries, destination information. Here's just an example of one of the sample itineraries that you can print out, send to clients. There's no hot links, there's no contact info for product on there. It's all just about the destination. So it's really just a great informational site to help you plan your clients' itineraries with maps and distances and sample itineraries. Now, the biggest thing about booking a trip to Australia is the fact that it's such a large country. It's actually about the same size as the US, and a lot of people don't realize that. So that's where you come in, is to really help your clients make the most of their 2 or 3 week vacation. You can see on the map here where some of the different iconic areas are to visit. There's a ton to see in Australia, and that's why many people do come back again within 5 years to do another trip down to Australia. We're going to actually just talk a little bit about some of the reasons that your clients might choose Australia over, say, another destination. So say you have clients who are foodies and they go to Europe and do wine tasting and cooking classes. They can do that in Australia with our Ultimate Winery Experiences collection. These are all wineries that offer behind-the-scenes tours, commissionable product that you can book through your preferred vendor, wholesaler, ITO, you know, tour operator. Or maybe you've got clients who love doing African safaris or, you know, wildlife experiences. So in Australia, we have the Australian Wildlife Journeys, which is a collection of 12 tour operators that can take your clients out into nature to see koalas, kangaroos, and other native animals in their natural habitat. The Discover Aboriginal Experiences is a collection of companies that are Aboriginally owned and operated, so you can have an Indigenous guide talk to you about their part of Australia, the culture, the medicine, the music, the stories, everything that comes from their traditional country in Australia. We also have a really great map that shows you some of these signature experiences of Australia. Of course, we do have a lot on our AussieSpecialist.com site as well, but here you can see where some of these different tour operators are located and reach out to your preferred tour operator and wholesaler to help you book those. So now we're just going to inspire you more with a quick trip around Australia by showing you our wonderful video which highlights many of these signature experiences of Australia.
Life has drawn you here. Feel the warmth pulling you near. Breathe it in and let it fill your heart. It's like love. Cleanse your soul. Feel it in your veins. Breathe it in your lungs will stay. Seen it all before, till you found something more. Breathe it in and let it fill your heart. It's like love, yeah. Cleanse your soul. Feel it in your veins. Breathe it in your lungs will stay. For the first time, it'll all make sense, you know. Yeah, you know. It's like love, cleanse your soul. Feel it in your veins. Breathe it in, your lungs will stay. It's like love. For the first time, it'll all make sense. You know it. It's like love. Your soul, feel it in your veins, feel it in your lungs will stay.
Welcome to my St. Martin, sweet St. Martin land, a land of gastronomical delight, a culture filled with passion and rhythm and color and texture. This is St. Martin, my sweet St. Martin. Welcome to the friendly island, sweet St. Martin land.
St. Martin Land, your home away from home. Your memories created here are timeless. Until we meet again, my island awaits you with open arms.
Bula, and thank you, Gabby. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here today. My name is Ruth Daly, and I'm the Regional Director for Tourism Fiji in North America. I'm so excited to share with everyone that Fiji's borders are open, and we are ready to welcome visitors back to our beautiful islands. So I've just prepared a very short introduction to everybody about our islands and why you should be visiting them in 2022. All right, again, I just wanted to remind everybody, I am Ruth Daly, the Regional Director of Tourism Fiji in North America. There I am with my team in Fiji. And just a little bit about Fiji. We are 333 beautiful islands spread across the South Pacific. And so there's lots to learn and lots to do in Fiji, and that's what I hope to share with you today. So at the moment, everybody is really concerned about the protocols about getting into different countries. So I just wanted to assure everyone that Fiji is very ready to welcome visitors. And as a matter of fact, we have a nationwide program called the Care Fiji Commitment that 95% of all of our resorts and other tourism partners are part of. It's a series of protocols that will make your clients feel super safe when they get into the islands. I just want to let everyone know that 94% of all Fijians are fully populated and 100% of hospitality workers are fully vaccinated as well. So you can really travel in comfort. Entry requirements for travelers as of February 2022. These are fluid, so suggest you check back frequently, but you must be fully vaccinated to travel to Fiji. Children can enter with vaccinated adults. You must be from a travel partner country, which is a wide swath of countries, but certainly including the US and Canada. You can enter with either a negative RAT test taken 24 hours before departure or a PCR test, your choice, doesn't matter. We do require proof of insurance that if you do get COVID in Fiji, you have quarantine coverage if you do need to stay. And we also need to see before you can board the flight confirmation that you're staying in a CFC certified resort. And again, that's 95% of all tourism operators at this point. So as we say, singa nalenga, no worries, it'll happen. Now, look, the on-ground experience, I was lucky enough to be in Fiji the entire month of December. I can attest to this personally. So here's what you'll expect. Within the first 72 hours, you have to stay within the CFC bubble, which means you have to stay at a resort or a combination of resorts or a cruise ship, anything that's been CFC certified. So it's not a quarantine. It's just making sure that you're spending your first 72 hours within a highly controlled environment. You do get a 48-hour rapid test done on the morning of day 3. I call it coffee and a swab, and that'll be charged to your room. It's about $25. There are masking protocols indoors, but remember that 90% of what you do in Fiji, including dining, is done outdoors. So you'll find it to be very comfortable with any protocols. And there are widespread return testing services for whatever's required for the return country. So we can certainly take care of you. So now I just want to, now that we've gotten through the protocols, I want to get you excited about going to Fiji and let you know why Fiji is the perfect destination for a post-COVID traveler. So there's 3 things I'm going to share with you today about Fiji and why you should travel there. The first one is that it's easy to reach. So we are in the heart of the South Pacific, but from Los Angeles and San Francisco, it's a very easy 10-hour overnight flight. And you leave at about 11 at night. You're on our partner airways, Fiji Airways. It's the only way to get to Fiji from the US. These aircrafts are A350s. They're brand new. They were bought just before COVID hit. So while they were flying cargo back and forth for the last couple years, the passenger cabins are basically untouched and really new. This is the new business class cabin, really beautiful. And then the economy class cabin, which has 10 rows up front called Bula Space, which for a very small amount of money, you get a little bit of extra leg room for your long-legged clients. Okay, well, the second point about Fiji I want you to remember, and this is sort of the more exciting and sexy one, is that Fiji has something for everyone. So unlike some destinations, which are really focused for romance or luxury, because we have so many islands, we do have something for everyone. So we're probably best known as a romance destination, and we are hosts to honeymooners from all around the world who come to Fiji because of what we can offer, including really secluded and unique destinations, little remote private island resorts. Many of our resorts have fewer than 20 rooms, and this is where clients can really go and start these new lives together in super sexy, and as they say now, Instagrammable destinations. Because we have so many islands, it's also super easy to get away and have an island or a sand cay all to yourself, where they drop you off with champagne and a walkie-talkie, and you just radio back in case you run out of champagne. I just want to also remind you that Fiji's a great place to get married. Lots of really cool and interesting venues and experiences. And the protocols, the paperwork behind it is actually quite straightforward and easy to do. Okay, now I also want to talk about Fiji's also perfect for my type of traveler. I'm a relaxer. I just want to go to Fiji, hang out on a beach, and have that typical tropical destination vacation. So hammock lying, we got all sorts of that on our islands, but lots of other opportunities to get away and get out to remote islands where, again, there's not a lot of people. We are not overcrowded, and you can truly have an island to yourself. Fijians are very much into wellness and health, and so get away and have an amazing massage, whether it's in a banana leaf or not. We've got some beautiful places to explore, like these sacred caves in the Asawa Islands, where, again, you can get out to these caves and it's not overrun with hundreds of people. Sometimes you get these all to yourself. If you want to have a little bit more active fun, you can head out to Cloud 9, which is our floating bar out in the Mamanuca Islands. You get out into this beautiful floating pontoon, and all you do is eat pizza, drink, and enjoy this gorgeous waters all around you. It's a lot of fun. I also want to remind you that we have 2 small ship cruise companies that ply the waters in Fiji. So there's the Blue Lagoon Cruises, which are adults only, and Captain Cook Cruises, which is family friendly, but again, only Blue Lagoon 64 passengers, Captain Cook 125. So small ship cruising, great way to see the islands. Now, we're also a great place for adventure. And if you watch Survivor or Eco Challenge Fiji, or you're a surfer, you'll certainly know Fiji. We're known for our waves, Cloud Break being our most famous surf break. We are also a bucket list destination for scuba divers. We're the soft coral capital of the world. Amazing dive sites all around Fiji, you know, diving and snorkeling everywhere. I bet you didn't know you could actually go whitewater river rafting in Fiji on our largest island, Viti Levu. It's actually the same size as the big island of Hawaii. So lots of land adventures as well as maritime adventures in Fiji as well. For those of you who are looking for some trekking and overland experiences into the highlands of Viti Levu, amazing experiences with Talanoa treks that go up into these sacred highlands, and you overnight in traditional Fijian villages. It's a very unique, very exciting experience. Up on our second largest island, Vanua Levu up north, which is the same size as Maui and very tropical. It's where the rainforest meets the reef. Lots of amazing waterfall hikes as well. And again, you get out to these waterfalls and you've got this whole environment to yourself. Maybe the only other people there are some local village kids who come to jump off the waterfalls with you. So great for adventure lovers. Okay, now I really want to talk about Fiji as a family destination. And Australians and Kiwis have been going to Fiji for generations with their children and with families. Children are treated like little royalty in Fiji. And there's actually a saying that in Fiji, a child's feet never touch the ground. So most of our resorts that welcome families will have a family program, a kids club, where youngest children are given nannies and slightly older children are introduced to bula buddies, who are basically their best friends through their stay and take care of them throughout the day. This is actually Johnny Singh, who's the marine biologist up at the Jean-Michel Cousteau Resort in Savu-Savu. And he's teaching kids all about marine biology. When kids leave Cousteau, they actually have little certificates as budding marine biologists. So it's not just about video games and that. They're taught traditional Fijian song and dance, and it's always a highlight the night that the kids perform for the adults at dinner around the pool and sing the traditional Fijian songs and do the dances that they've learned with their bula buddies. It's truly an amazing experience. Kids cry when they leave these resorts. They don't want to leave their bula buddies. Again, really meaningful. And this really leads me into the third and definitely the most important point about Fiji and why you should go there. And that is our famous bula spirit. And Fijians, as a people, are the most welcoming and hospitable people that you will ever meet. When you arrive in Fiji, we don't say welcome, we say welcome home. And you will arrive as a visitor and leave as a family member. I like to say that being in Fiji is like yoga for your soul. You're surrounded all day, every day by people whose goal in life is to get up every morning and to be kind and to be generous and hospitable to other people. And it's an experience that's very, very different. Fiji also has a living culture. Most Fijians still live in traditional villages, and it is easy for you to experience the culture. This is one of our most famous experiences. It's a kava ceremony, where you drink this ground up root as part of a very traditional ceremony that, again, happens at the resorts. Very easy to make part of any trip and experience to Fiji. So that's where I'm going to finish. Vanaka Vaka Levu, that means thank you very much. And Sotatale, which means see you soon. And I really do hope to see you soon in our islands. I'll be in the chat live after this, so I would love to talk to you about our islands and what's right for you and what we can share with you some more. So I do have something I want to share with you now that I hope will really get you into the spirit and want to make you come and visit us in our islands. So again, Vanaka Vaka Levu and Sotatale.
Thanks so much. And we've got our second repeat visitor here today, the Viceroy Bali. We're happy to welcome back Patrick. Again, a lot of you were so interested the first time that you saw it, and you gave some great feedback. So Patrick is here with a wonderful, fresh update of the property in just one of those places that I think is on most of our bucket lists, if not all of us. So we're going to go over to the Viceroy and let Patrick take it from here.
Thank you, Gabby. It's my real pleasure to be back again for the second time joining you guys all the way from Ubud here in Bali. I'm joining you from Viceroy Bali. My name is Patrick and I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing. Please say hello through the chat, ask any questions you have throughout the presentation, and I'll reply to you right after I finish this brief presentation. So we are Viceroy Bali. We're privately owned with 40 pool villas, all overlooking the jungle. We won the Reader's Choice Award from Condé Nast Traveler in 2018 as the #1 hotel in the world, and we are a member of Small Luxury Hotels. As I mentioned, we're privately owned. It's by a wonderful Australian family who you see in the picture here. Amanda is our general manager. She's the daughter of Otto and Margaret. And then Anthony is her brother on the far left. So Amanda does a great job on site every day to meet our guests who are mainly domestic or have been for the past while, but we're super excited to welcome back the international guests now that flights have started landing in Bali from international markets. So the family are here every day to ensure guests' expectations are met. The family themselves have traveled the world 5-star for many, many years, so they really know how to treat our guests, and they love meeting them as well and just chatting in general. So this is another picture of the resort from above. You can see that's our main infinity pool there, surrounded by beautiful palm trees and nature. The moment you step foot into Viceroy, you'll be immersed by it. We're only 5 to 10 minutes drive from the center of Ubud. Of course, Ubud made famous for a movie called Eat, Pray, Love. And on my next slide, I'll show you our helipad, which is the helipad Julia Roberts used when she was filming in Ubud. So we've had many a celebrity with us, Julia Roberts being one of them, as she found herself here in beautiful Ubud. And moving on to my next slide, you can see the view from our main infinity pool. I mentioned we have 40 villas. Each of those villas also have a private pool. So you have the comfort of using the main pool here with a swim up bar, or you can just retreat to your own villa. We're seeing a lot more of that now, people tending to stay in the comfort of their villa like this, where I'm sitting now. You can see as I look out to my left, you have that beautiful infinity pool, which overlooks a drop down to the jungle right across. So it's a beautiful valley view. And it's a 150 square meters in size, 1-bedroom villa. A lot of them are interconnecting. So if we have couples or friends traveling together, it's great for that. We also have 6 2-bedroom villas. So, you know, if there's families traveling, they're super for that. This is an example of the view you'll get in a deluxe terrace villa. We've, you know, done so many beautiful photo shoots. Floating breakfasts are a thing. And a top tip is that the swimming pools can be heated. So that's a real nice selling point for Viceroy Bali. Moving on to one aspect of the hotel we're super proud of, its aperitif restaurant. It has been awarded Indonesia's best restaurant for the past 2 years in a row at the World Culinary Awards. So we opened this towards the end of 2018, and it serves a 6 or 8 course degustation menu using European cuisine, or I suppose flair, but using a lot of Indonesian spices, which Indonesia is famous for. So that's our fine dining restaurant aperitif. We also have Cascades here in the picture. It is our all-day dining restaurant where guests enjoy their breakfast, lunch or dinner if they're not having it in villa. And it's beautiful alfresco covered, so in rainy season we don't get much rain coming in, which is quite handy. And then the next slide, I show you our new spa, which we're also very excited about because we've been developing it through the pandemic. We'll be set to open it very soon, and it's going to be much more wellness and holistic based. So you'll get your regular massages, but you'll also have more therapeutic treatments and more deep treatments. We're going to work with Ayurvedic consultants as well and Ayurvedic doctors. And of course, Ubud is famous for its healing properties in general. So we're very excited to launch a new and revamped spa very soon. So your key contacts at the hotel are myself and Amanda. If you ever have any questions more than you want to chat now, you can email me or you can find me on LinkedIn. And of course, Viceroy is on all the social channels as well as Viceroy Bali. So I'm going to leave you with a very quick video as a showcase to what Bali can offer you, both from being down by the beaches and with us up here in Ubud. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to chatting to you now.
might recognize, we've got Emily from Agents of Mice, and she's funny because she always surprises us. We never quite know what she's going to say. So we'll see what goes on today. She's got so much of Central Europe wrapped up, Austria, Hungary, Czech Republic, and she does things like none other. She's so creative. She's such a passionate person in the DMC world, and we're happy to have her back. So Emily, hi, and we are going to let you take it away.
Hi, Gabby. Thank you for having me. I really love being here each time. And every time it's a little difficult because I don't know how to start. So this time I was looking for a little bit of inspiration with my assistant, Bixby, my fridge assistant. And today's inspiration was learn how to say hello in 5 languages. So here we go. Bonjour, dobrý den, dobar dan, shalom, hola. So let's start. Welcome everybody. I'm Emily, Managing Director of Agents of Mice. I'm here to show you in a nutshell what we do, where we do it, and possibly give you some ideas of how we can do it together. So we are a family-run agency. Agent M, that's me. Hi. Agent K is my husband, and we have a few colleagues that are in the Czech Republic and spread around Central Europe. And what we do for you is bespoke travel, meetings and incentives, virtual and hybrid event, luxury travel, destination recon, and we have a special Sentinel program, which are integrated services for all your travels to keep them safe. Where do we do it? Well, we are based in Prague. I'm gonna show you a few times this Central European map just for you to visualize clearly how we can actually assist you in Central Europe and cross-regionally. So Prague to Berlin, for example, it's only 4 hours, same as to Vienna. 1 more hour to go to Budapest, 5 hours. 5.5 hours to go to Krakow, Poland, and only 7 hours to go all the way down to Slovenia, where we actually work a lot combined with Austria. A lot of clients like to combine Austria and Slovenia lately. And so as you see, the furthest away, Vilnius, 12 hours. We don't work there regularly, but we do some events there, looking for ancestors of some American clients. And these are all driving distances. So now let's see how we can link all those different cities together. If we start, for example, south in Budapest, it's only 2.5 hours drive to Vienna. It's another 4-hour drive to Prague and another 4 hours drive up to Berlin. So you can nicely actually link all those cities, stopping in between, for example, in Salzburg, which is only a couple hours away from Vienna, or going from Czech Republic to Krakow, which is in the south of Poland. And so nicely doing an itinerary which would be cross-regional and across the entire Central Europe. So what do people usually do? Well, city breaks, that's the most common thing. So here I've showed you a path that is the most commonly used. Budapest, Vienna with a little stop in Bratislava, Slovakia for lunch, for example, continuing to Prague and ending in Berlin. So city breaks would be the most common itineraries to do, and you can spend easily a couple nights in each cities. If you're interested in wine trails, for example, food and wine, I've circled here all the wine regions in Central Europe. So as you see, they all kind of cross each other, and so you can very easily again join different capital cities and going from one thing to the other, like wine, for example. Or if we move on, if you're interested or your clients buy another theme, like for example thermal baths and hot springs across Central Europe, here all the smileys that you see are only the most famous and the most important ones that usually people go to. And again, you see that very easily you can jump from one space to the other. And so going from one country to the other, looking for health resorts or medicinal spas, for example. One last theme that I've highlighted here would be for those interested in cultural and natural heritage. we have so many UNESCO heritage sites across Central Europe that I've superposed the two maps, the maps that you've been seeing of Central Europe all along, and the map with the yellow and green dots that you see under is the updated 2022 UNESCO heritage map in Central Europe. So again, you see that this is more of a cultural and heritage theme, but you can link all of those. And these are the most common interests that people have, culture, history, but you can really join all of those different themes. And this is how we can take you across all of Central Europe in one trip, whether it's 6 nights or all the way to 15 nights, what we do on a very regular basis for all our American clients. Thank you very much. That was just a really quick overview. I'm on the chat now, so I would love to answer all your questions. You have my contact details, and I'm hoping to welcoming you very soon in Central Europe. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, as always. Okay, one of my favorite places and a best kept secret, which we're going to go into in just a bit, the Algarve in southern Portugal. We've got Katia here who's going to share her secrets and what she loves growing up in that area and all of the things that she loves to do that make it so special. So we're going to move over to the beach where she is and chat with her. Now, I've been waiting for this segment. We are here with Katia from the Algarve, which is, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful places in the entire world. She's a very lucky girl. So welcome. I'm so happy that you're here.
Thank you so much, Gabriela. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. And
Absolutely.
It's always a pleasure to speak about the Algarve.
Yeah, and let's start with telling people where it is. All right, we know it's in Portugal, but how do you get there? Where are you located?
So the Algarve is the southern region of Portugal in Europe, and you can get to Algarve directly to Faro Airport, which is our airport in the Algarve. But you can also reach from Lisbon. It's only 2 hours driving from the capital, so it's pretty easy to get here from many places in the world.
I love that. And I think for a long time, it's been kind of a best kept secret, you know, and I struggle to share it with the world, but I think it needs to be because it's just so beautiful. You know, what I love about the Algarve is you've managed to stay very authentic, you know, even despite crowds. I guess it's you know, you have a large area. Tell us about some of the beaches. What are some of the activities that are water-based that people love to do there?
So the activities that you can do in the Algarve are like really diverse. You can enjoy our beautiful ocean, doing like kayaking, paddle surfing, boat tours, and see dolphins in their natural habitat. You can see our beautiful caves and the coastline, but also you can do your own clam picking, taste the oysters in the sea. So as I'm saying, a lot to choose from and something for everybody.
And there's really a large selection of hotels. It looks to me like from these pictures too in the audience, it's really become a really family-friendly destination. Was that so?
Yeah, of course. For families, it's great. We have beautiful aquatic parks, thematic parks, and our resorts are really well prepared for families with a lot of organized activities and tours. And also there's also some trails and tracks which are not difficult, and it's really beautiful to do it in a family spirit.
Well, you talked a little bit about seafood, and I'm sure the food's delicious, but we always get a lot of questions, especially when it comes to Portugal. What should people definitely be eating when they go to the Algarve?
So people should not miss for sure the seafoods. Our beautiful cataplana, which is the main dish of the Algarve. But also if you go inland, there's also some beautiful stews and cheeses and meats that are pretty delicious. It's one of my favorite activities is to eat our food.
I hear that, and you're lucky that you got to grow up there, and you live there now, and you proudly promote it. So tell us, as a local and a native, what are some of the really special secret things that you like to do in the Algarve that you'd love to tell people about?
So I have to say that the secret. I don't know if I should reveal should reveal it all. But for me, the big secret of the Algarve, it's the feeling you get when you are here. So it's difficult to explain the feeling, but it's like to feel at home. You feel warm with our weather, our sunny weather. You feel like calm with our laid-back lifestyle. And for sure, the sea breeze, the peace, and the kindness of the people are truly special things that we have in the Algarve. But as a local, what I always recommend to do is for sure enjoy the beach in every way possible, just to enjoy the sun, but also to have a meal in a beach restaurant, or do the kayaking or paddle surfing, exploring our beautiful caves.
I love that. And in your answer, we could definitely tell that feeling did come through, the soul of the destination. And I always remember that from way, way back. And I think all of Portugal sort of leaves people with that wonderful impression. So this has been so wonderful to talk to you. Remember, Katia is in the chat, so you can talk to her in just a bit. And you've prepared a nice video for us, haven't you?
Yes, of course. I welcome you to watch our video and be inspired to come to the Algarve. Thank you so much.
All right, let's roll it.
November, Romeo Alpha, Lima Golf, Faro Tower, bom dia. Runway 28, clear to land.
Everything is still here as you left it. Welcome back to the Algarve. It was always here waiting for you. Here there is always a hand and a smile to make you feel safe and at home. Take a deep breath and feel the salty sea breeze mixed with the green. Rise up and fill yourself with fresh air. Enjoy every breeze and let yourself go. Then, hold your breath for a moment and let yourself emerge into our sea. Open all your senses and share every moment. Rediscover, rebond, relax. Welcome back to the Algarve.
Okay, thank you very much. And next up, another one of those best kept secrets. We've got Charles Lindo from St. Eustatius, which is a small island in the Caribbean that packs an enormous punch. You're going to be very, very surprised when you see what it has to offer. So I'm happy to have Charles here. Let's go. So Charles Lindo from St. Eustatius in the Dutch Caribbean. How are you? Welcome.
Hi, Gabriela. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Such a pleasure to be here and to share my island secret with the world and with you, of course. So definitely looking forward to entertaining and informing the audience. We have prepared a small presentation for you all to give you a taste of what Statia is. All right, and as I said, welcome to St. Eustatius. Welcome to Statia, as we call it at home. And definitely, we will definitely give you a taste of what Statia and where Statia is located. Well, Statia actually is located in the Caribbean Sea, as you know, northeastern part of the Caribbean, about 21 miles off of the northeast coast of St. Martin. We are about 5 miles away from St. Kitts, and about 391 kilometers from Puerto Rico. Statia is a small island. It's about 8.1 square miles with plus minus 3,500 inhabitants. We pride ourselves on saying, guess what? It's a small island, but with big thrills. Guess what? We are definitely a hub where we have great history. Our island is colorful. History is plus minus 22 times we have changed hands over the years between the Dutch, the French, and the British. The island itself is called an outdoor museum. And the reason for that is because of everywhere you go, everywhere you walk, there is some kind of a remnants of what history was about back in the heydays. We are also a nature-friendly island. We are a green destination island. Actually, 7 hiking trails is there, and there are lots of endemic species, plants, and about 75 different bird species on the island. We have a mini rainforest, which is the quill, as it's called, which is in Dutch, the kuil. And it's actually a national park, and it's a national park, and it's maintained by Actually, the company is called, or the group that maintain them is called Stinapa. And these guys does a very, very good job in maintaining the nature above and below the island. Actually, as I said, Boven, you have Boven National Park. There are about 3 national parks on the island. You have Boven National Park. You have the Marine National Park. And the Quill itself is a national park. And all is done by our organization, Stinapa. As I said, Stinapa does a tremendous job in maintaining and ensuring that we have spectacular underwater world sceneries. I mean, Statia has a second-to-none diving product. We are actually one of the best diving products in the Caribbean. And again, you can easily find 18th century shipwrecks there. There are reef dives, and you even have shore dives. You can snorkel easily there. And the Golden Rock Dive Center would be more than happy to welcome you. They does a tremendous job with making sure that persons are on board. And we also have the Scubaqua Diving Center that does a tremendous job there. Don't be alarmed. Don't be afraid to join us. And there's no cattle dives. That's for those who are divers would know what I mean by that. And don't be alarmed if you go on a reef or if you go on a wreck and it's only you and your dive buddy there on that shipwreck. That's basically what we have. Statia is one of those areas that, listen, this is Statia. We have the rugged charm. We have the idyllic scenery. We have the intimate expressions, the cultural travel, wellness because of its peace and tranquility. Yeah, Statia is known for its wellness and its tranquility. Those are some of the products that we have here. As I said, we have the diving, we have the history, we have the nature, but we also pride ourselves on tranquility. And this is one of the areas where you would come to and you will see that, you know, crime is basically 0 to nothing on the island. Accommodations, when you talk about accommodations for Statia, we have from laid-back intimate hotels to seducing, which we would say it seduces you to want to be or spend times with us on this lovely island. To elegant, cozy atmospheres, we have villa rentals, we have 5-star properties. As I said, you have from the layback home type of accommodation to the upscale 5-star type of accommodation, which would bring you back to the villa type of setting. Knipinga, for example, is one of those villas type of setting. When you talk about a 5-star property, you would probably want to talk about the Golden Rock Resort, which is brand new. It's a brand new property, just came on board, but they are 5-star property with also one of the best restaurants on the island as well, 5-star restaurants as well. But Orange Bay, if you want to just lay back and relax and enjoy the ocean view and enjoy the ocean, you're in your room and you're looking at the ocean, that's the Orange Bay. It's right on the bayfront, right on the ocean waters is right there in front of you. And again, you can relax and enjoy the sceneries. So don't, as I said, we have the budgetary areas. For example, Papaya Inn. As I said, Papaya Inn is one of those nice, cozy area where the owner is actually also your host. So you are in a nice, cozy, friendly environment. And again, that's where we like to charm ourselves and say, guess what? Statia is the home, is the place to be. And there's lots more. There's lots more that will make you as a traveler, as a person coming to the island, feel so much at home. We have, as I said, the archaeology on the island is second to none. Weddings destination, if you want to plan a wedding, definitely. We are LGBTQ plus friendly. Okay, so again, the culture on the island is second to none. We have the taste. We have an event that we call Taste of the Cultures. There are over 32 different cultures on the island, and we are proud to have them here with us. So we do celebrate this cultural event on the island on a monthly basis. Folks, contact us at Statia Tourism. The email to contact is info@statia-tourism.com, 318-2433, or www.statia-tourism.com. Folks, I will be hanging around. I'll be in the presentation a little bit more. For any questions you may have, please feel free to contact me. Charles Lindo, I'm the Director of Tourism on this wonderful, as again, Caribbean hidden treasure and we await you.
Thanks again for all that energy. That was great. Okay, we've got Chris up next from EM Hotels in Colombia, which is one of those places that sort of intrigues everybody, and then they are just blown away when they get there. So this collection has, something to offer in so many cities in the country, and we're excited to learn about all of them. So we'll turn it over to him.
Thank you, Gabriella, for that kind introduction. My name is Christopher Stubbs, and I am the North American Sales Manager for the EM Hotels of Colombia. This is a family group of hotels scattered all across the country. These hotels are fabulous, and they also truly represent the culture and the true experience of Colombia. Without further ado, I'd like to show you a little video, and then I'll go into more detail afterward. The Cartagena Plaza. This is our flagship property. It's a true resort hotel located at the gateway of the Caribbean, right in Cartagena, and it is sold both with breakfast or all-inclusive. Now for another, we have the Andes Plaza. This is located in the culturally rich city of Bogota. And this is a lovely 4-star hotel, centrally located, close to everything. Rosario Island, the Cocolizo Resort. This is a lovely hotel on an island just off Cartagena. You actually get there by boat, and it's, for those of you that remember, it's much like Gilligan's Island. Las Camelias. This hotel is centrally located in the interior of Colombia. It's a lovely inland resort, and it's, as you do your travels throughout the country, this would be a perfect stop. Medellin is a city that is deemed to be one of the prettiest cities in all of South America, and we have the Diaz Hotel right smack in the middle. Cali, the Azor Hotels. As you do your travels throughout Colombia, this is another lovely hotel in another lovely city called Cali. And that's our video, but really it's more. when we think of the EM hotels, really what we're thinking about is Colombia, because really what we are is an extension of Colombia. And for the client that is looking for experiences beyond North America, they want to dip their toes into South America, Colombia is the gateway to South America. And Colombia has more experiences than my 6 hotels can even talk about. But for those that want to start with 6 different experiences within Colombia, these 6 hotels will be your extension to that experience. They're all based in virtually separate and different and unique areas of Colombia, and they truly represent and reflect the feeling of the culture, the music, the lifestyle, and the rhythm of that particular region of Colombia. And I can't talk about Colombia enough, because people who look beyond North America to go to South America often are looking for an experience. And Colombia has many, and that's where these hotels fit in. This is your family of hotels for the client who is looking for an experience in each of the different regions that we offer. Affordability based on the Colombian peso exchange rate is very attractive to the North American. Prices are anywhere from $30 to $130 per room per night, some including meals, some just with breakfast, some room only. Booking could not be easier. You can either book through your traditional GDS codes or your receptives, or you could also go online to emhotels.com. And the beauty of that is that we have our own travel agent portal. You can sign up. There's extra value added. It'll be terrific for you to be able to receive extra bonus offers and to just keep directly in touch with us, as well as even to do special recommendations for your clients. My name is Christopher Stubbs, and I represent this fine family of hotels in Colombia. I thank you, and I appreciate you listening to my information and sharing this with you. I will be available for the chat session, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to turn it over to Jenny now from Rancho Las Cascadas, which is a little hideaway in Mexico. And you might remember that it is one of the easiest destinations to visit right now as far as entry requirements, proximity, and just such great weather. So she's got really something special to share, this little gem that's sort of hidden away, but can really serve to transform your body and your mind. So we're excited to have her, and we'll move over to Jenny now.
Thank you so much, Gabriela, and thank you for being here with me today. Today, I am so excited to present to you from the heart of Mexico, where it is a beautiful, sunny and 75 degrees today. Today, I will be presenting about Rancho Las Cascadas. Built by the Swiss owner Ursula, it is a haven set in the high plains of Mexico. Here at Rancho Las Cascadas, we are located in the central Mexican highlands with over 500,000 acres of open range riding available to us. Our rancho is all-inclusive. For us, this means all meals, lodging, national drinks, including cervezas, tequilas, and margaritas. All of our on-site rancho activities are also included as well. We have a large equestrian program with over 30 different rides, wellness program, mountain biking on property as well. In addition to, we also have an informative cultural excursion program where you can visit amazing places like Teotihuacan, where you'll see the Pyramid of the Sun and Moon, the UNESCO World Heritage Site of San Miguel de Allende, or Tula, where you might visit the Atlas. Because of our location, the rancho is open 365 days a year. The rancho is very focused on an outdoor property with our authentic Mexican culinary program. We have a yoga studio which provides an array of wellness classes, outdoor solar heated infinity pool which overlooks the extensive Mexican countryside, our hot tub, waterfall, and full service spa and billiard room. Here at the rancho, everyone is treated like family, and the guests and all activities are available to guests at all times. As a part of our landscape, you will see the rancho has rolling hills, meadows, and we are part of the Sierra Madre Mountains, which you'll see in the background. The main house is the heart of the rancho, and it really anchors at being 380 square foot structure. We have 25 guest rooms, full service spa. We have a culinary venue including Mexican cooking classes where you will be redefined on authentic Mexican dishes. The rancho is very family friendly and has a very robust itinerary. We have an extensive horseback riding program, on and off-site activities, excursion, full service spa. With all of this to do, there is never a dull moment at the rancho. The rancho is a great location. It is a very intimate setting and great for a solo traveler or even couples. As a new addition to our 2022 travel, the rancho is now offering extended stays for those digital nomads. So whether you're interested remote working with a high-speed internet with all the modern conveniences and amenities, or you just need a place to recharge your body, mind, and spirit, we got you covered. Here at the rancho, we use all areas available to us to create a dynamic experience for all of our guests. Guys, I'm going to be here on chat. Please don't hesitate to ask or let us know if there's anything possible we can do to help. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you at Rancho Las Cascadas.
Thank you. And keeping it close to home, we've got the ranch at Laguna, which is amazing. We've got Kurt here, who's the GM, and this is just more than a hotel. It's an experience for, again, the body, the mind, the soul, and in just one of the most stunning locations you can imagine in California. So, hey, Kurt, I hope you're well, and I'm really excited to meet you and the property. So let's go ahead.
Thanks for that introduction, Gabriella. I really appreciate it. My name is Kurt Bjorkman. I'm the general manager of the ranch at Laguna Beach. We are an 87-acre resort in Southern California, in Orange County. We're about 300 meters off of the beach. And we have 97 guest rooms, a 9-hole, beautiful golf course situated inside this stunning canyon that is right near the Pacific Ocean. We get the Pacific Ocean breezes every morning, and the sun sets and rises right over our beautiful resort. Our rooms are expansive and spacious and updated. We were recently renovated and into this beautiful luxury resort. We have a luxury spa, a 3-meal restaurant called Harvest, where we get a lot of our food and beverage right from our on-site half-acre garden. You can see by some of these rooms, we're spread out over this amazing campus. So you really get this outdoor, beautiful space, very private and secluded. Our farm here is Farmer Leo, and we do seasonally plant and harvest vegetables and herbs. And our chef, Kyle, here works with our farmer to really make sure that everything is planted that we'll be using inside Harvest Restaurant, which you see here, which is a beautiful restaurant taking advantage of the beautiful views. Our bar, you can see the windows looking out over the canyon. We have an exceptional culinary program that is very loved locally. We have 7 beautiful fire pits and live music 7 days a week. Our patio that looks out over the canyon is a great place for locals and our guests to enjoy. We have a beach cafe called Lost Pier Cafe. Here it is right here, looking out over the Pacific Ocean. And then back at the resort, our beautiful pool and the Palapa bar, everything you can imagine to relax and kind of create what most people would consider the quintessential perfect California stay. So if you find yourself in Orange County, California, Southern California, south of Los Angeles, north of San Diego, our location is perfectly situated kind of off of the beaten path, considered a hidden gem where you won't have the hustle and bustle of the traffic or the craziness or the noise that some people think of when they think about California. And instead you get this beautiful canyon view, this beautiful golf course, this serenity that you'll find kind of nowhere else in entire state of California, in my opinion. One other thing you might want to consider is the proximity to some amazing things. Catalina Island is not far away, a 2-hour boat ride from our harbor down the street. We're near all the attractions of Los Angeles and Orange County, including Disneyland, which is just a half-hour away. But the beaches and the coves and the water and these amazing canyon views are truly the reason people come and enjoy and relax and kind of regain some energy that maybe has been lost over these past few years. You can see the sunsets and the ocean and the marine life that makes their home here right off of our coast. Whales and dolphins and sea life are everywhere. And it's just a very special place. Some place it'll make you smile, some place it'll give you energy. It's an incredible experience. And again, in Southern California, we're about 87 acres. And again, we have 97 suites and guest rooms, unlimited, amazing opportunities to engage in our local community of Laguna Beach, which is an artist colony and situated in these incredible hills. So we can't wait to welcome you. So thank you for letting us show you our beautiful property here in Southern California. I'll be live in the chat room if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer any queries you might have about our beautiful property. And I look forward to welcoming you all at the ranch at Laguna Beach.
Thank you so much. And we are excited again to have Dios Hotels back on the forum. You can see Greece behind me. It's one of my favorites as well. And this is just an exceptional collection in all of these very unique places and remote places in Greece that I think you're really going to love. So we're happy to have Scott with us, and I'll turn it over to him.
Gabby, thank you for that fantastic introduction. It's great to be on here today. And I've got something prepared for you guys to talk about Dios Cove Luxury Resorts and Villas in the island of Crete. So moving on, I think the first thing to do is just explain where we are. As I said, we're on the island of Crete. The nearest airport would be Heraklion, and we are on the kind of eastern side of the island. A fantastic location in its own private cove. And really moving on, when you see the images of the hotel, as the name suggests, Dios Cove, you have the most fantastic views. You're in a private cove, you're secluded, you're isolated, and you're extremely safe. You'll see on the left-hand side of the cove here, the aerial view, as I mentioned, the private cove, and we are the resort, one of the highest resorts in Europe with the most private pools per accommodation. Over 67% of our accommodations have their own pool. So it really is something to enjoy, something to really kind of indulge in. It's a really special hotel, and we have in total 165 rooms and 125 suites. So accommodations that can sleep from 2 persons all the way through to 7 persons. So really is something for everyone, whether it's adults, families, honeymooners, weddings. There's something to go for everyone. So when we look at the accommodation, this would just be a stereotypical example, just to give you a feel for the interior of our rooms. And then you'll see here again, closer up, we have the sofa beds, 42 square meters. It's worth pointing out, indoor space. So in a lot of accommodations, these would be called suites, but we do actually call them rooms at the Cove. And then you'll see here a selection of different images. So on the top left-hand side would be our 1-bedroom waterfront villa, stunning two-story property, and we have 11 of these. The waterfront, as the name would suggest. On the right-hand side, you've got the rooms with their own individual pools. On the left-hand side, you've got one of our bigger suites down at the bottom. So the beauty of the resort is that whether you're in any restaurant, any bar, or any of the rooms or the spa, you will have an unprecedented view of the sea. Which is just fantastic, because you travel all that way. The last thing you want to see is maybe a garden view or an inside of the hotel. Here, every single accommodation, you are guaranteed a sea view. To back that up here, you'll see a fantastic picture of one of our villa pools. You're on the water's edge. That kind of unrivaled view that where blue meets blue, I think we call it at the Cove. So it's yeah, fantastic views. Like I said, secluded, private, and with fantastic views. So this is the Dios Mansion. This is the gem in our crown. This is the jewel in our crown, should I say. It's a 3-story property with its own private 2 swimming pools, as you can see in front of you. And it is arguably one of the best accommodations on the island. You'll see from the images here that we have On the top floor is the master bedroom. So moving on here, you'll see that the top left-hand image is the living area of the mansion. It's located on the middle floor. The picture on the right-hand side is the master bedroom. And then, of course, like any good accommodation needs, we have a indoor spa and pool area downstairs. And again, as I mentioned before, many a times here, the views from this particular accommodation are absolutely breathtaking. Infinity pool out overlooking the nearest town, which is Ios Nicholas, which is just a 10 minutes drive from the resort. So the Residence Club is it's a fantastic ultimate all-inclusive experience, as it says there. It's designed especially and exclusively for our suite and villa guests. Simplistically, it's a premium all-inclusive concept, and we have all the restaurants are included in the package. All the bars are included in the package. So it's a chance where you can enjoy and dine. 24-hour room service is included. Your minibar is replenished daily, and like I said, you can eat in any of the a la carte restaurants. So we catered for all of your dining needs. And just to reiterate, when you book any suite or villa, it comes as standard as part of the package. The rooms that we saw earlier do come on a half-board basis, but like I said, the value really is in the suites and villas. So again, here, like I said, all the bars and all the restaurants included within this package. So whether it's from our ocean poolside bar to our taverna, to our award-winning Alain Ducasse Ocean restaurant, the restaurants really they reflect the property. They truly are 5-star, and they truly do offer the best in class when it comes to service and taste. Nighttime. What better place to kind of enjoy a pre-dinner cocktail? The beauty is the resort is beautiful by day and equally beautiful by evening, and there's many places to relax and unwind. We have 290 rooms, suites and villas in total, but there is enough space when it comes to bars and restaurants for everyone to enjoy themselves and relax on their vacation. One thing that sets us apart of the Cove a little bit is our partnerships. We are not just a fly and flop hotel. We have partnerships with different mixologists, as it says there, with healing masters. We have different artists, music artists coming to the resort throughout the summer. So every night is different at the Cove. And as we say at the Cove every single day to all of our team members, let's make magic. That's what we want to do. We want to make your guests stay with us the best ever. We talk about partnerships, from a premium all-inclusive concept like the Residence Club. We have Alain Ducasse, this Conseil with us, or from Paris. The Clumsies, which was voted the 3rd best bar in the world. They provide all our cocktails. So again, there's an experience and there's a story to tell with everything behind the Cove. So we've really elevated this in the last few years and excited to see what this summer brings. In addition to the food and the beverages, inside the hotel and outside the hotel, we partnered with one of London's finest gyms, BXR, which is a gym where Anthony Joshua trains. So you can enjoy that if you wish during your stay. And then we've got experiences by land and by sea. So again, those that wish to go out and explore a bit about the island, there really is something for everyone. I'm going to leave you with this final closing shot for now. It's a picture of our adults only pool, which was new a couple of years ago. It's again, everything you see here is a sea view, unprecedented and just fantastic to enjoy. And I cannot wait for the 8th of April when we open our doors and we start to enjoy the summer 2022 season. So thank you. That's it from me. I'm live in the chat if anybody's got any questions. It's been great to share this with you, and please fire away, and hopefully we can welcome as many to the Cove as possible.
Thank you. Beautiful. Already making my summer plans. And we've got Hayden here from Tourism New Zealand. We are excited to start talking about New Zealand again. It's one of those magical places that just has such treasures. It's one of those great places you can self-drive and discover something new around every corner. Clean, fresh, fun, adventurous, and he's got a lot to say. So we're going to turn it over to him to entertain us with the magic of New Zealand.
Firstly, I'd just like to say a big thanks to Gabby for the opportunity to be in front of all of you today. For those of you I don't know, I'd like to start by saying kia ora tātou, ko Hayden Fitzpatrick Takawingawa, ko Manakitanga Aotearoa Taku Mahi. My name's Hayden Fitzpatrick and I work for Tourism New Zealand up here in North America, and it's my pleasure today just to give you a really timely update on what's happening in New Zealand. We know it's been a couple of years, so I've got a couple of slides just as a refresher, as some inspiration. It would be remiss for me not to start with a little update on what's happening with the border. You may have seen our most recent announcement on the 2nd of February, which means that we'll be allowed to welcome back, or able to welcome back, our North American visa-free waiver countries, including North America and Canada, from July this year. At the moment, there is self-isolation requirements in place. We're hopeful that they will reduce, and it will play a really pivotal role in keeping you as the travel trade up to date on what that looks like. But I'll send the website in the chat, but for now, it's just a reminder, why New Zealand? These wide open spaces, some of the terminology on here, bespoke and authentic, gets thrown around a little bit. But think about these New Zealanders. They've been missing you, your clients, for the best part of 2 years now. We have a beautiful term in New Zealand, which is manakitanga, which is, it's a really intrinsic feeling that you get when you get off that plane. These New Zealanders that want to hear your stories, share their stories, make you feel at home. And it felt a bit funny putting up a slide about embracing people. At the moment, we're told not to physically embrace, but hopefully by the time we welcome back your clients, we won't be thinking about that anymore. They'll be out in nature, they'll be meeting these New Zealanders, they'll be showcasing our beautiful landscapes. And that's the next pillar that I was going to talk about, is just these beautiful changeable landscapes that New Zealand has to offer. From the top of the North Island to the bottom of the South Island, we go from golden sand beaches. Next moment, you're there in our geothermal plateau. So we've got bubbling mud, we've got lakes, we've got geysers. And down in the South Island, all of a sudden you're in wine regions, you're in patchwork farms. You've got the huge Southern Alps dividing the island in two. On one side, you've got, these farmlands, and then on the other side, you've got these glaciers. Look at this image. This is what your clients have been missing, the thought of being stuck at home or restricted as to where they can go, and then coming back to our natural playground. And that's how we want your clients to treat it. We've got a barefoot mentality. We want them to kick off their shoes, get outside, enjoy New Zealand, sit at a glacial lake, put your phone away, and enjoy free New Zealand wine, and look at these landscapes, breathe in the fresh air, and be reminded what it's like to get away, to escape, and to spend time seeing the country. On that note, it's good to update you. How do we get there? This is obviously the flight map from prior to COVID. We're hopeful that all of these will come back. The good news is in the last few weeks, we've seen the commitment from Air New Zealand, not just to the West Coast routes, but to Chicago and to Houston, which are both launching again later this year. We've got our fingers crossed tightly for that Newark route from the other side, and working closely with our friends at American Airlines in the hope we get Dallas and that unique route from Los Angeles down into Christchurch. So all easy ways to get your clients back down to New Zealand. The second barrier we've seen, and maybe you've forgotten about, is they want to go. It's on their bucket list. Let's get them committed, but how do they get around? And this little map here is just a reminder of how close and easy everything is. The flights, the longest flight in the country, they're less than 2 hours and a fantastic flight network. But whether they want a self-drive boat, private transport, short guided tour, New Zealand's geography enables them to do it, but we want them to slow down. We want them to take their time. We want them to breathe in, enjoy the landscapes, meet the people. And I touched already about a couple of the differences with the geography. And just a quick reminder, the North Island versus South Island. Within a 14-day itinerary, we had the average up to about 12 pre-pandemic. We're hoping post-pandemic people will slow down and see more. You will be able to see both the North Island, which is highlighted here, and the South Island, which I highlight further on. And just look at the diversity and the changes. It's that juxtaposition which makes it such a memorable experience, that how within that 1,000 miles, one day they're exploring the bottom of a geothermal area, the next day they're up there on a glacier, and having that reminder to themselves this is all the same country. So when should they come down? With that soft reopening in July, that's the middle of our winter season, but New Zealand's a country for all seasons. Admittedly, I'm a little bit biased, but this photo in the middle highlights that. Think about the snowy mountains or the remnants of snow in the mountains, yet the lupins are in full bloom. But these guests, they're out there in their shorts, their t-shirt, they're enjoying the natural environment. Yes, they might be inside a little bit earlier with a glass of New Zealand Pinot Noir by the fire, but every time's a good time, and we look forward to welcoming your clients back to experience it. But we just don't want them to come back physically. We want them to be emotionally involved in New Zealand. And as such, a couple of years ago, we put in place this initiative called the Te Aki Promise. Te Aki is a Māori indigenous word that means to care for people in place. So before they commit to New Zealand or as they commit to New Zealand, we want them to ensure that when they sit on that plane, they know where they're going, they know why they're going, they travel with an open heart, they travel with an open mind. They go with a mentality to meet New Zealanders, to share their stories, and to hear New Zealanders' stories and find a place in their heart for New Zealand. So as a reminder, I'm here in the chat box. I'm going to place some fantastic links that are distinguished for the travel trade to help you educate on New Zealand, to help you sell New Zealand. But until then, here's a wonderful inspirational video to remind you why your clients should be there very soon.
Thank you. Okay, Vegas. What can we say? I'm gonna let Kelly do it all. I mean, what can we say? She's got great updates. She's so passionate about Vegas, and when we talk to her, we learn something new every single time. Most of us think we know everything, and there's so much more to discover, and it's hotter than ever. So I'm going to turn it over to Kelly to give us a rundown on what's happening in this very, very exciting part of the U.S.
Thank you so much, Gabby, for having me today. My name is Kelly Messina, and I'm the Senior Director of Leisure Sales for the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, and I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I do. It is one of my absolute favorites. And it's true, we are fully open, and we have been for some time. All of our restaurants, bars, casino shows, everything has been operating at 100% capacity. And with regard to proof of vaccination, which is always a big question, only a handful of venues chose to do so, those being the Virgin Hotel Las Vegas, the Smith Center for the Performing Arts, and the Raiders games at the Allegiant Stadium. But all the other event venues and showrooms have no vaccine requirements. And effective back on February 10th, we are no longer requiring a mask mandate at all local businesses. The pent-up demand for travel has been keeping all of us busy, so busy that we opened 3 new resorts in the past 2 years. I know on the last episode of Vanguard, we talked about these as coming soon, but now they are fully open. The Virgin Hotel Las Vegas, which was formerly the Hard Rock Hotel, is located just off the Strip, and it reopened last year after 1 full year of renovations and reimagining. It's a complete change from its former self, with one of the most popular additions being the Shag Room. Hidden behind heavy brocade curtains, once inside, you're transported to a 70s-inspired lounge with private booths. The Virgin Las Vegas is a boutique hotel with just a few hundred rooms and specialty suites. Resort World is another of our newest hotels, and it opened in June of 2021. And it's actually comprised of 3 distinct hotel properties, starting with the Hilton Tower, as you see here, with just over 1,700 rooms and suites. The next would be our Conrad Hilton Tower, with just under 1,500 guest rooms and suites, and a little bit more modern design and luxurious amenities. And last but not least, the boutique brand LXR opened under the name Crockfors with just a few hundred rooms and suites and that ultra luxurious experience. This massive pool experience or pool complex has 9 unique pool experiences, including an infinity pool with spectacular views of the Las Vegas Strip. And a fun evening option that you have to know about to find is the Here Kitty Kitty Vice Den, with a secret entrance located behind a wall of snacks in this unassuming gift shop. that leads to this secret, intimate setting that you see here. Circa Las Vegas is another brand new property and the third that we opened. It was built from the ground up and it is located downtown on Fremont Street. The hotel itself opened with two very unique qualities. First, as you see here, every room has one king-size bed with an additional king-size Murphy bed hidden away in the wall behind that couch. Secondly, the entire property is 21 and over. That's right, you must be 21 to check into the hotel, to visit the world's largest sports book, or to spend the day at the infamous Stadium Swim with 6 rooftop pools that are operated 365 days a year. And of course, you must be 21 to take advantage of the sunset packages at the Legacy Club. This rooftop lounge offers packages for $75 per person that includes outdoor fire pit seating for 2 to 12 people, 2 specialty cocktails, and a champagne toast at sunset. And of course, views of the skyline. Another big area of demand for us has been the wedding market. And our 2021 weddings exceeded our 2019 numbers, and 2022 is going to keep that momentum going. We've long been considered the wedding capital of the world, with over 80,000 licenses issued annually. And we are set in the next few days here, I think, to hit a landmark early this year with 5 million licenses issued historically. And we will be celebrating that milestone throughout the year with contests, special promotions, and activities, culminating in a gala event to be announced later this year. Our original moniker is the entertainment capital of the world and is due in large part to the shows that you see pictured here. We've had some new performers make a new home here, as well as a few that made a comeback. For example, Wayne Newton has his own show. Donny Osmond has now gone solo. And even Whitney Houston is taking the stage again in hologram form. But fans of hers love having the opportunity to see her perform again. And the residencies, they just keep getting added faster than I can update the slides. So check our website to check the latest dates and announcements. Several new attractions have also opened in the past year. And Area 15 is located just minutes from the Strip, and it's full of experiential attractions. The list you see here is current, but there is more on the horizon, things being announced what seems like every day. But really the cornerstone of Area 15 is Omega Mart. It's a one-of-a-kind supermarket store experience with a portal to the otherworldly. The exhibit looks like a typical grocery store with products lining the shelves and the aisles for purchase until you look a little closer and you open that cooler and you grab a cold bottle of water and suddenly you find yourself entering a different portal. It leads you into a giant cavern filled with color and movement and sound. And Lost Spirits Distillery also opened at the Area 15. And the best way to describe it is that it is to rum and whiskey what Willy Wonka is to chocolate. And this 2-hour experience takes you through a holographic musical performance as well as an undersea experience. Looking forward to the Camu Ultra Karaoke, this is a brand new lounge that opened on the Strip back in 2020. And it made its debut at the Grand Canal Shops with 40 private singing suites, each with its own unique decor that can accommodate anywhere from 6 to 40 people. So Las Vegas is really just getting started with so much to come in new entertainment and events being announced frequently, from the Grammys to the 2024 Super Bowl, big name entertainers, celebrity chefs. We just keep getting better and better. If you haven't been to Las Vegas in the past 2 years, well, I invite you to come back and see for yourself. I also want to talk to you a little bit about our Learn and Earn Training and Rewards program, which is really the cornerstone of what we do at the LVCVA. If you're not already a member of this elite group, we've created a one-stop resource for learning and marketing the destination. By simply registering online, you can gain access to our training courses, the rewards program, which gives you opportunities to earn points that are redeemable for hotel stays, entertainment, tours, and Las Vegas merchandise. We also have a variety of shareable assets like digital brochures, images, and videos that you can use on your social media, as well as selling tools made just for you, our commissionable Vegas listing, group RFP request, travel agent discounts, and our Now Open resource. The Now Open resource was created to help you keep up with what's open, what's closed, what's restricted And if you want to take a moment and scan the QR code, you can bookmark this page, and every time you reopen it, you'll have the latest updated version. So if you want to stay informed on what's new here, join our Travel Agent Rewards program and our Facebook group. The Facebook group is private. It's only for travel advisors, and we use it to provide you with fun facts and updates, as well as to use it as a resource for advice from us and your fellow travel advisors. I thank you so much for your time and hope you enjoyed the presentation.
Thank you. And we've got Czech tourism up next. We've got Michaela, who is going to give us a nice dazzling overview. And we had Emily before, who spoke a little bit about Prague, and we've got a Prague giveaway, so watch out for that. But as far as the Czech Republic goes, so many different hidden gems as well. So we're really excited to have Michaela here to take us through what's new and exciting. So over to you.
Thank you very much, Gabby, for having me as a guest at this Vanguard series. My name is Michaela Claudino. I'm the director of Czech Tourism Office in New York, which is a tourism board representing Czech Republic in North America, both in the US and Canada. I would like to talk, and I will talk about the country, the Czech Republic. I will talk about the capital city, and I will talk about the highlights that we believe are a must-sees when you travel to the Czech Republic. So many of you have heard probably about Czechoslovakia. I just want to make one thing straight, and that is that Czechoslovakia no longer exists. There are two countries now, Czech Republic and Slovakia, and the country split very peacefully in 1993. So when you're booking your clients, you definitely book them to go to the Czech Republic or Czechia, as it's very often referred to as well. Czech Republic is located in the heart of Europe. We are no Eastern Europe, no Western Europe, we're really Central Europe. And as you can see on the map, Czech Republic is really very centrally located. We're members of the European Union, members of the Schengen zone. It's a quite small country, and the population is 10.5 million, roughly the size of South Carolina. The capital city is Prague, also quite small city, 1.2 million people. We are not using the euro yet. So despite the fact that we're members of the European Union for quite a long time, we haven't been using the euro yet, which is actually good news because the dollar stretches a little bit further. It's greatly accessible. We have quite a few international airports nearby. There's one in Prague as well, and there are some local airports in the country. English is widely spoken, so no worries, you can get by very easily. I also want to share some good news, which is that two airline carriers, Delta and United, are relaunching their direct flights out of New York and Newark, respectively, to Prague as of May 2022. So we're very happy. This is going to be a daily flight, and hopefully it will motivate more people to go. I like maps, as you can see. So this is just zooming in into the location of the Czech Republic. So you can see that the Czech Republic borders with Poland, Germany, Austria, and Slovakia. The capital city, Prague, is very well accessible through other gateways as well. So you have only about an hour of a flight to Berlin, only 2 hours down to Salzburg. If you want to go to Budapest or Vienna, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours by flight as well. So it's very easy to do. Czech Republic is also very diverse. Czech Republic has 16 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, 36 spa towns, great historical towns. It's also a very safe country. It's been named Prague has been named one of the world's greenest cities. So overall, it's greatly accessible, great value for the money, cosmopolitan yet intimate setting. When it comes to infrastructure in Prague, Prague has no shortage of great hotels. There are roughly 50 five-star hotels, and you can find, all the major chains, just like Hilton, Marriott, Mandarin Oriental, the Augustine, and there are quite a few being built right now as well, and about 244 four-star hotels. So there's definitely no shortage of great accommodation. But everybody has to start their travel to the Czech Republic with Prague, and I will be just showing and sharing a few images. So Prague is nicknamed the City of 100 Spires, and you can see that in those images popping up on your screens. As you can see, the historical city center has been named or has been proclaimed part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site itself. This is the famous Old Town Square. So the historical city center is really unique, and it looks like a theater set. If you have a few extra days, let's say you spend 3 days in Prague, so I always say 3 days, 4 nights in Prague. You can also add on maybe a day or two for day trips. There are quite a few, and Czech Republic is actually known for its castles. So we will be showing you a few images of places outside of Prague. So this is a town called Kutná Hora, which is a UNESCO World Heritage town, less than an hour from Prague. The other image will show you just a selection of some of the castles that are, again, within an hour from Prague. Czech Republic has more than 2,000 castles and chateaus altogether. I've been talking about Czech Republic as such, but the country can be divided in 2 main regions, Bohemia in the west and Moravia in the east. There's no clear borders or anything, it's just like regional division. The second most popular destination after Prague would be the region of South Bohemia. So it's south of Prague towards the border with Austria. And one of the places that people really love to visit the most is called Český Krumlov. Český Krumlov is about 2.5 hours drive from Prague. Some people do it as a day trip, but we highly recommend spending a night there because the trip itself can take you up to 5 to 6 hours. And it's a beautiful, beautiful town to visit. In West Bohemia, which is about, again, 2 hours towards the border with Germany, you can visit some of the famous spa towns. In the image here, you can see the images of Karlovy Vary, Marienbad, Mariánské Lázně, and Franzensbad, which also have recently joined the UNESCO World Heritage List. This is the famous spa triangle that is great to visit maybe as a weekend trip from Prague. The spa towns are originally towns that are built around the medical springs, but now we have a lot of wellness. And in the west side or in the west region of the Czech Republic, you can also see the city of Pilsen, which is the home of Pilsen beer. And you can tour the brewery, and you can also try the famous beer spa, as you can see here on the image. Again, this is less than 2 hours from Prague. If you have clients heading down to, let's say, Vienna or Budapest, have them stop in the region called South Moravia. South Moravia is known for beautiful landscape, again, more castles, but also great vineyards. I talked about beer, but South Moravia is known for its wine. This is one of the largest castle complexes in Europe, actually. So when we're talking about wine, you can tour different wineries. You can actually rent a bike and do some bike tours, hiking tours, etc. South Moravia is a great place to explore. It also has one of the largest cave systems in Central Europe. So this was, in a nutshell, a little bit about the Czech Republic, about the highlights. But I'm available for chat, during the presentation, after the presentation. And also we are located in New York, so any questions you might have, feel free to reach to us. Thank you very much.
Okay, if you've ever been to Sedona, or if you haven't, you might know it's a very spiritual place. It really transforms your mind and your body, and it's all about health, wellness, and balance. And we have Cara here from L'Auberge de Sedona, which is, in my opinion, one of the most perfect places that you can experience all of this and let your body transform. So I'm happy to have her, and I think her presentation is going to be one of those that remains, that gives us some calm, some balance, and really shares something beautiful right here in the U.S. that we can easily visit. So let's turn it over to Cara.
Thank you, Gabby. We are live in the chat. So I just want to say hello and thank you all for taking the time out of your day to join me in hearing all about L'Auberge de Sedona. I am Cara Chrisman. I'm the Director of Sales and Catering and have been with L'Auberge in total about 13 years. And then just so that you're aware, my colleague Brittany is live in the chat as well. I am giving the presentation, so she will be there to answer any questions should you have any. So just moving on. So just wanted to touch on a little bit about Sedona geographically, and that we are located about 2 hours north of Phoenix, which has the closest international airport to L'Auberge de Sedona. Flagstaff is also located about 45 minutes north of Sedona with an airport that currently offers 3 flights each day to and from Phoenix. L'Auberge is the only resort that is surrounded by red rocks and then sits on the edge of Oak Creek. So just a couple of unique factors there. And speaking about our creekside experience, we have Duck Beach, where guests can enjoy the waterfront and one of our extremely comfortable hammocks, and read a book that guests are able to retrieve from our Creek Read Lending library. L'Auberge offers quite a bit of metaphysical activities that guests may experience, one of which includes setting your intentions on water-soluble paper and releasing into the creek. And just to touch on, L'Auberge sits on 11 acres of land, including 62 private cottages, which lends to not having to walk in hotel corridors, taking elevators, and allows for plenty of social distancing as rooms are not on top of one another. Excuse me. L'Auberge offers different types of cottages to better suit guests' needs and preferences. For instance, we have Creekside Premier cottages with a modern rustic feel and sit along the creek's edge with wood-burning fireplaces and an outdoor cedar shower. Vista Suites that offer 180-degree red rock views with a telescope for guests to get an up-close and personal view of Snoopy Rock, which is one of our famous rock formations. We also have pelotons in some of the cottages for more active vacationers, jetted bathtubs, and large decks for guests to dine outside or just simply enjoy a cocktail. A private sanctuary for social gatherings. The Creek House offers accommodations including 5 bedrooms, each including its own private bathroom as well as their own key entry, which is great for girls and guys getaways or multi-generational families looking to reunite. 2 of the rooms in the house are suite style, one of which has a living room separate from the bedroom, and with the other suite having a wood-burning fireplace. Outdoor cedar showers are located in 2 of the upstairs rooms. The house offers a large dining table for gatherings, as well as a wraparound deck with outside seating and direct views of Oak Creek. To top it off, the house offers actually a Bluetooth surround sound music system that each guest can connect to and set the ambiance for their stay. And then as you can see from the photo here, we have fine dining right along the edge of Oak Creek, with L'Auberge offering one of the most exclusive and scenic dining experiences in Sedona, let alone the world. A prefix dinner menu is offered with influences from southern regions of Spain, Italy, and France, which are infused with local ingredients. L'Apothecary is truly nature's spa, as guests are able to indulge with a massage in our spa cabana located next to the creek, while offering more traditional services like deep tissue massages with organic products. Guests are also able to embark on a spiritual adventure with our metaphysical immersive classes, such as our very popular sound healing or crystal introduction and meditation, which ultimately is explaining the meaning of the types, colors, and shapes of the stones. There are stones for healing, protection, clarity, grounding, and so on. So you can dive into that spiritually as well. As I touched in the previous photos above, I touched on metaphysical classes. We also want to take a moment to touch on the curated art experiences our unique location offers as well. L'Auberge works very closely with Goldenstein Galleries, which is a natural gallery, property-wide, where guests can tour with a curator and discuss how each artist focuses on their unique mediums, including painting and sculpting masterpieces. We also offer hiking excursions as well as partner with Pink Jeep to set up memorable experiences out in the Red Rocks for guests to remember for years to come. And with our final photo here, as you can see, we felt it important to mention the recent renovation of our arrivals area to focus solely on our guest arrivals experience, which underwent a complete update to include water and fire feature elements. As mentioned previously, we set on 11 acres of property, which is newly landscaped and continues to be newly landscaped to focus on keeping guests' connection to nature as a vital part of their stay. And again, thank you greatly for joining me. We look forward to hosting and taking care of your guests with any of their needs during their stay here at L'Auberge de Sedona. Again, we'll be in the live chat portion of this. Should you have any questions, we'll be there right in a few moments. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we are, oh wow, this is exciting because Portugal tourism. I know we had the Algarve before, but you all know how I feel about Portugal. I'm not even going to make any bones about it. I am so biased, but I love it. And we are so excited to have Portugal tourism here to talk about all of the dazzling things that are happening. Again, small country, but a lot of excitement. And I think she is going to have a lot of wonderful things and surprises to share with us. So over to Katerina.
Thank you, Gabriella, for that warm introduction for our viewers out there. I am going to steal Portugal from Gab today. It's a very special place to me as well. So I'd like to take this second to introduce Catarina Silva from Visit Portugal. How are you doing today? Welcome to the show.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for taking the time to join us today and hear about the wonders of Portugal.
Well, Katerina, I believe you've prepared a few special things for our viewers here. So why don't we go ahead and take a look? So while everyone is taking in the sights here of beautiful Portugal, I do have some questions for you, Katerina, that are probably some important things for our viewers to know that's going on right now. First and foremost, for anyone who's wondering, is Portugal ready to receive U.S. travelers right now?
Yes, Portugal actually is the ideal post-COVID-19 destination for your clients, since we have 91% of our population already vaccinated and 57% with the booster already. So, besides being safe, Portugal is also a welcoming, friendly, and tolerant country for everyone, independent of their religions, background, and sexual orientation. It is a small country. It's more or less the same size as Maine State in the US. However, it's full of history and culture to discover, as you can see in these images, flavors to try, and nature to explore.
Now, I've always wondered this. I've traveled to Portugal in both seasons, but what is the best time as far as, maybe different types of travelers that are looking to explore the destination?
It's a little bit hard because I think it's an excellent destination to travel all year round. Actually, we have mild winters and hot summers. So during the summer, more or less 12 hours on sunline, and during the winter, 7 hours. So I would say any time of the year is nice. You can always find things to do for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. I remember being there in the winter cold months, but traveling by train along the beaches, and it was just even stunning then. Wonderful. Wow, these visions and images I'm seeing here are really giving me a taste to get back. What would you say is Portugal's most significant asset? If you had to name just one, I know there's a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot, and it's hard to question, but people. I would say people, because we take great pride in our country and we know the pleasure of well receiving our visitors. 60% also of our population speak at least one foreign language, and I think that will not be a barrier for the US travelers to go.
Absolutely. I would add as well the food. The food is definitely one of my favorite parts.
Yes, food and wine, right? It's the best
I do
combo.
Is Portugal a family-friendly destination?
Yes, it is. Portugal is well-known for welcoming families from all around the world, providing the perfect backdrop for creating family moments that last a lifetime. There are myriad experiences designed for younger travelers, from following dinosaur footprints and exploring natural reserves to enjoy a day at the beach and taking to the sea for dolphin or whale watching, for example.
How long on average would you say someone needs to spend in Lisbon?
We recommend normally 2 to 3 days in Lisbon to visit the heritage sites and experience different neighborhoods. And I would say also another day in the region to see the surroundings. Sintra and Mafra are just 30 minutes away from Lisbon and are the perfect places for discovering more about Portuguese kings and queens.
I love
So
that.
you
The
can
idea,
also
yeah.
find, yeah.
What about, if you had to say, I know this is such a common question now, but for Portugal specifically, On my bucket list, what do I need to see and do?
As you said, the gastronomy is a very important thing for our country. I will say to add for your bucket list will be the traditional dishes and the wines of each region of Portugal. The gastronomy is varied from north to the south and east to the west, not to mention the islands. So you can have a little bit of different food in each region of Portugal, and that makes it so special. Also, the wine, depending the regions, is also different. So combining the farm to table experience paired with wine, it's very interesting. Portugal is a country of strong wine tradition and the excellent quality of its wines is recognized across the world. Portugal actually is the ninth largest wine exporter globally and has the second highest number of indigenous grape varieties in the world. There are more or less 14 wine regions in Portugal. Yeah, and the two of
Wow.
them are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. One in the Pico Islands, in the Azores Islands, and the other is the Douro Valley, the popular Douro Valley in the north of Portugal, where I am from. So I'm very proud to talk about this region. It's actually the most popular region among US travelers, and the Douro Valley is where Porto wine was born. Although, I don't know, just a curiosity, although the Revelo boats can no longer be seen transporting the wine down the river today, the wine still travels down to the river to Porto. It's the city where that gave this wine the name and made it so famous. So, yeah, I would say that wine is an excellent excuse to discover the landscapes, the heritage, the culture, and the people in Portugal. I'm sharing now, I would say, a small video that I hope it will awake your desire to discover Portugal and its wine world.
Wise men always say that some things are not meant to pair. Are we supposed to believe in that? What if we look at them with different eyes? The eyes that penetrate deep into things. Do you ever gaze at the shape of a wave? And at the shape of a grape? They are both waiting for us to shape them into something we love. Flavors combined with smells, sensations, and emotions. We merge ourselves in this endless harmony, raw and beautiful. Other times it's just a matter of perspective. Who would guess an art piece and a wine cellar would pair? It's all about the inspiration to create something beautiful and unique. Forms and lines decanted by the hands of their masters. They elevate each other. We need to decompose things to understand them perfectly. Like a great band or a bottle of fine wine. It's a combination of layers, notes, and varieties that form a wonderful symphony. A special melody that pops up to be tasted in the first drop. And we listen. It's like a complex recipe full of mystery. Let's call it chemistry. So guess what? Wise men sometimes are wrong. Wine pairs with Portugal.
Okay, and finally, you've made it to the end with us, and we promised you prizes. So I am excited. We've got a nice rundown of things that you can win. And thanks for the support here. We're doing something new this time with Vanguard. We're doing our prizes live. And I'm here with Tracy. I'm so happy to be on the screen with you. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's been a really great show.
This is fun. So, you know, aside from like getting to present some of the world's best things, we get to be game show hosts, which I know you and I have like long wished that we could do in some way, some form. So this is cool. We're going to start off with the first prize here. We've got 3 nights at Rancho Las Cascadas, who you saw present. Beautiful retreat in Mexico. And I'm going to look down at my notes here and let's see who's the lucky random winner. Ted Brad piece. Wow.
Yay,
Okay, you're a lucky one
Ted.
of our favorites. Congratulations, Ted. And you're on the West Coast, so this should be easy for you. Excited. Congratulations and enjoy your stay.
All right, next up we have a $150 Amazon gift card from Tourism Australia. Very generous. I would like, let's see who we have here. We have Rose DeFino. Rose, enjoy that wonderful Amazon gift card. I could use that.
Me too these days. Congratulations. Ooh, 2 nights. Let's go to Colombia. Everyone's really intrigued. And I know that you liked what you saw before, and they've got some beautiful properties in different parts of Colombia to explore. Who is going to be the lucky winner? Let me take a look. Debbie Kassen, a classic tourist collection out in LA. One of our lovely, lovely ladies who's so supportive all the time. I have a feeling she's going to take this and just book like in the next 5 minutes. So congratulations to you and enjoy Colombia.
And Dubika always does such a great run up in story while she's in any destination. So I can't wait to see this one. All right.
Absolutely.
2 nights at Floria Mountain Spa Resort. I might just steal this one. I'm not sure. Let's see. That is going to go to Kim Keller.
Congratulations, Kim. Awesome. Okay. Let's move on here. Where do we have the next prize coming from? 2 nights in Prague. Emily's always full of surprises, so I can't wait to see what she gifts the lucky winner here with. Who are we looking at? Sam West, South Africa Travel and Tours, who books more than South Africa, I should mention. Oh, good for you, Sam. Congratulations. I know that you'll be taking that and probably making your booking right away. Enjoy your nights in Prague.
What a wonderful gift. All right, what do we have up next? Ooh, again, with these wonderful luxe resorts here. We have 2 nights at L'Auberge in Sedona, and that is going to go to Mila Velshi. She is wonderful. This is going to be a wonderful trip for you and the partner, and hopefully you'll enjoy and report back to us on all the wonderful things you see.
All right, last one. Woo, this is really good. Okay, for the one who wants to stay a little longer here, you've got 2 8-day Swiss travel passes from Switzerland Tourism. That includes unlimited public rail and a ride on the famous Glacier Express, which is on my bucket list. Who is the lucky winner that probably has to take me now since I want to do it? Beverly Bentley. Beverly Bentley. Oh, she's amazing. She's going to be great. Oh, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Well, I'm happy for all of you.
These are fantastic.
Yeah,
trips.
Tracy,
Absolutely.
thanks for hopping on with
me.
me.
Nice to see you on camera for once.
Hope to see you in person again soon. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a great rest of the show.
All right, we've really come to the end here. The prizes were great, but the presentations were stellar. And I think, this is our 5th Vanguard. As I mentioned, we're already going to work on our 6th. We love your feedback, and I really hope that you enjoyed every single moment. And if you missed anything, remember, you can always catch us on demand on here on our Vanguard YouTube channel. And all of our suppliers are very, very eager and happy and waiting to hear from you, and always, loving talking about their product. They're happy to help you accommodate any special requests. So please reach out. And that's the point of all of this, is to educate you, but also to help you make new relationships with a lot of our vendors and suppliers. So thank you again for joining us. We will see you next time. We are always here for you to help no matter what. And we just couldn't do any of this without all of your support and a wonderful tech team behind us. So thank you again. And we will see you next time on Vanguard 6.